folks, Scott here with my 10 cards, 1 kit video for the Love from Lizi February 2018 card kit. This is a great fun card kit with lots and lots of great colors, always tons of materials, and this terrific balloon stamp set. As usual, I went through and made card bases out of all of the cardstock in the kit. So these are my card bases. Let's get into it. I've got a lot to share with you today. I do usually start a card kit by stamping the stamps and coloring the stamps. These are all solid stamps in this month's stamp set. A bunch of balloons, numbers. This is a very happy birthday oriented stamp set. So as usual, I always try to use all of the stamps in a stamp set because once you've used all of the pattern papers and the cardstocks and the embellishments, the one thing that you have left from a card kit is your stamp set. So I want to figure out ways to use all of the stamps in the stamp set. So this is where we started this month. We've got a happy 50th birthday. Happy 50th birthday. I took the happy stamp, the birthday stamp, and then the open stamp that just had decorations around the edges and stamped a big pattern on just some plain white cardstock from my stash. These are stamped in the Distress Oxide inks. We've got Cracked Pistachio is the green, Fired Brick is the red, the blue is Broken China, and the yellow is the Fossilized Amber. So those are the colors I used on this. I did emboss the 5 and the 0 from the stamp set on the center 2 balloons. I figured out that I could get a nice 16 balloons on the front of a card here. So I used my stamp platform to line them all up and stamp them all out. I like this card a lot. It's very colorful. I think it kind of epitomizes what you can do with this stamp set. I added the little bitty blue sequins from the sequin mix in between all of the balloons and tied some little white bows with some small white twine that I have in my stash to go around the necks of those center balloons. This is our first card for this month, a happy 50 birthday, using just the stamps and some of the sequins. You can get some nice sparkle from those sequins. Now we of course got a piece of pink cardstock in this kit, so I have to resign myself to making something at least a little pink when my card bases are pink. So there was a cut apart on one of the 12 by 12 cut apart sheets that had the candles and the happy birthday. It was a perfectly square cut apart. I really liked that cut apart, but thought we could do more to make that cut apart really pop on a card. So good old obsessive Scott went in and fussy cut all of those candles off of that card. I cut the happy birthday sentiment off of the bottom of that cut apart, and then fussy cut the candles and their flames. And I mounted those all up with foam tape on a piece of the black specialty paper from the kit, that black layering paper from the kit, and put all of the candles down at little slight angles, so they're a little more playful, not quite as regimented and stiff and straight up and down. I used some of the gold glitter peel-offs to do my little partial frame around the mat on this. I also used the gold peel-offs around the happy birthday sentiment. To get this to fit on a landscape card like this, I just moved the happy birthday up to the middle of the candles. I did use the Nouveau gilding flakes on the flames. I drew little flames inside and used the gilding flakes on those. And then once I put the glitter peel-offs down, I felt like those needed just a touch more glitter on them. So lo and behold, stickles to the rescue. I have some gold stickles in my stash. I've had it forever. Just a little spot of gold stickles in the middle of all those flames added a nice touch of sparkle to all of those flames. This is a really eye-catching card. I think the candles really pop on that black background. Everything is attached to the pink card base, almost obliterating the pink, but not quite. Happy birthday, nothing on the inside. A straightforward happy birthday card, lots of glitter and glitz, and I really like those candles. Now, I have been accused of being too literal sometimes, and while I may not be gullible, I do find that when I'm searching for ideas with a card kit, that sometimes it's an advantage to take things absolutely literal. So one of the balloon stamps on the stamp set said, "Flying by to say hi." So I had to make a balloon flying by. Simple card, but oh so pretty. I really like this card an awful lot. Flying by to say hi. I stamped that balloon in archival ink, Ranger archival ink in manganese blue. Fussy cut it out and added glossy accents to the top of that. I think letting that dry took the most time of all on this card. I did use my ink duster and some Distress Oxide broken china on some Bristol Smooth cardstock and my new My Favorite Things cloud stencil, and did all the clouds on this card. Really soft, really lovely. I really like that. The first time I've used that cloud stencil, really nice. I know that it's because it's on the Bristol cardstock that I got such a smooth blend, and using these ink duster brushes helped a lot as well. Well, I got this balloon done, and on the sky I used some blue and white baker's twine from my stash. I just had a little bit. I actually think one of my orders from some company came tied in this, so of course I kept it. And I felt like there was something missing. I needed something else. And then I realized what I needed was some little birds flying off into the distance. Now these are some of my favorite stamps. They are from Simon Says Stamp. This is the Summer Hello, See You Soon. This is the See You Soon stamp set. It has these little birds, little flying birds on it. Perfect, went great with this card. I stamped those in Distress Oxide Walnut Stain. And they add almost a Trump loyal effect to this card. Really adds some nice dimension and depth. It looks like that balloon is just floating in the sky, flying by to say hi. Nothing on the inside. This is all mounted on a white card base. I cut out the Bristol Smooth cardstock with one of my Lawn Fawn stitched rectangle dies. I really like this card. The more I look at it, the better I like it. Sometimes the simplest things are the most stunning, ultimately. So here we go, Scott being literal again. One of the stamps actually said, "It's a special day." It was the little package stamp, the little gift stamp said, "It's a special day." Well, yes, it's always a special day when it's somebody's birthday. So I started thinking about being specific about the day. And I played around with some calendars and using the stamp on a calendar and making the calendar bigger and colorful and using the stamp on the calendar and using the stamp on the calendar. Nothing really caught my eye until I decided that, hey, we just need one date box. So card number 4, here we go. It's a special day. And I created this background. If you go to Wikipedia and search for a specific date, for this, in this instance, I searched for April 18, it'll give you a listing of famous people born on that date. So I copied that off of Wikipedia and put it on my background. Just printed that on some plain white cardstock from my stash. You can see there's at the top it says 1954 Robert Greenberg, American pianist and composer. 1956 Eric Roberts, American actor. The whole background is a list of famous people born on April 18th. I think that's really special, and you can actually personalize this to any day of the year. I stamped the It's a Special Day stamp in the center of that background using the vermilion archival ink. The archival inks work very well with these stamps. You've got to have a very light hand when you're stamping these stamps because the writing is so fine on them, it's easy to get them filled up with ink if you're smashing too hard. So anyway, I cut out the date box with my silhouette, mounted it on a small mat of that ombre striped paper from the pattern paper, mounted that up on some foam tape on top of the background, and then cut out a little gold glitter frame as if you had circled this date on your calendar. Cut out a gold frame with a couple of my stitched oval dies, and cut that out of a piece of black fun foam as well. You can see that little fun foam under the edges there. To give it a little dimension, glued those together, glued those around the special day. Added a few gold sequins and the bubblegum blush Nouveau drops to give it a little sparkle and highlight the center of this card again. April 18th, it's a special day. I ran one of the thin peel-offs down the side between the dates and the names. You can make out a lot of those names pretty easily, especially in person. This is all mounted on the other pink card base. This is about as pink as I was able to get with this kit. Not too bad, but still it's kind of pink. I like this. I like this idea. I like being able to do a specific date and either events that happen on that date or other people who were born on that date. I think that's a great idea and a great way to personalize a birthday card. Of course, I'm still working my way through the stamps, trying to get all of the stamps used in this stamp set. Here's my 5th card. We're all the way halfway through. I matched the hat up that says, "It's your birthday," on top of one of the balloons on the side. I thought that would be fun to have a balloon wearing the hat. I stamped those on the right side of a white card base. A few rhinestones and a few sequins from the kit. I did stamp the string for the balloon. This is pattern paper, the striped and polka dotted pattern paper on the left. Then I broke into the sticker booklet, those great stickers that were all gold foil stickers. Enjoy Every Moment, I thought went really well with a happy birthday card. I de-stickified that sticker and mounted it up on foam tape. Everything else is directly right down to the card base. One Love from Lizi peel-off separating the pattern paper from the card base. These are some of the tiny, tiny, tiny gold sequins that we got in one of Lizi's kits a few months ago. Very pretty card. I like the unexpected hat on the balloon. I think that's fun. It's your birthday. Inside the happy birthday die, that is cut from the black matte mirror cardstocks. A little specialty. That die cuts beautifully. A really nice sentiment there. Happy birthday on the inside. It's your birthday. Enjoy every moment. Now we're getting into the stickers, slowly working our way through all of the stamps. So all of the stickers in the little sticker booklet were gold foil and white, gold and white, gold and white. So I thought it would be appropriate to make a gold and white card. So this is card number 6. You are simply amazing. Simply Amazing is one sticker from the kit. I just stuck that down to a piece of that black cardstock and trimmed a little mat around it. The UR, I cut the UR off of this sticker here, "You Are My Happy." And cut that off of that, mounted it on a black, and added it to this, so you get the whole sentiment. You are simply amazing. This is on the white card base. These are both mounted up on foam tape. Now, since there were 3 chevrons on this sentiment, I'm like, oh, so we get to use the chevrons in the kit. So these are the gold mirror chevrons on the top. There you go. There's some shine for you. Now, I literally just put a piece of painter's tape over the top of these as they were seated on their plastic and peeled them up off of their plastic and laid them down. It kept the spacing really nice and perfectly straight. I was very pleased with the placement of those. I used a piece of that liquid gold ribbon down the side over here. I ran that through my Xyron sticker maker and glued it down to the card. I took a little piece of that black satin ribbon, ran that through my Xyron sticker maker and stuck that down right on top of that gold ribbon, and then added 2 of the thin little peel-offs on either side. So that gives us a nice border to the left. This carries us to the right. There were 3 more foil chevrons in the sticker kit, so we have to add those 2. This is our chevron card. 5 gold sequins from the sequin mix finishes this out and throws a little focus right there at the sentiment. You are simply amazing. Happy birthday. And that's the happy birthday die cut from the gold glitter specialty paper. Really nice. And not a speck of glitter littering my desktop. I really enjoy this card a lot. And gosh, those mirror pieces are really just stunning. So I haven't quite finished playing with the stickers in the sticker booklet. There's so many stickers in that sticker booklet. You could make 10 cards just using that sticker booklet, I'm sure. But we're moving on to the soft yellow card base. Another sticker. Live the life you love. I really liked that sentiment. I really liked this sentiment because it wasn't outlined in white. It's all gold with white text in the middle of it. I took that Harlequin pattern paper and fussy cut a couple of pieces of that. I actually used my stitched rectangle die to cut the edges. Now then I put foam tape on the back of these and held them in position while I used my Zig two-way glue pen to trace the edges of this pattern paper. Top and bottom, traced both the edges, let the glue dry, and then covered them with the Nouveau gilding flakes. I don't know if you can read it that way. There you can. You can see the gold on the edges of those pattern papers. I thought that brought the pattern papers into play with the gold foiled stickers very nicely. Live the life you love. I think that's a great sentiment. A few of the arrows from the sticker sheet as well kind of draw your attention right to that sentiment. This is a happy birthday card, again cut with the die and that gold glitter paper. If that die can cut through that glitter paper, it'll cut through anything. Live the life you love. I think that's a glorious sentiment and certainly apropos for a birthday. So I was starting to obsess a little bit about using all of the stamps in the set and was concerned that I wouldn't be able to use all of the numbers in the set. So I think, what can I do with all of these number stamps? Well, I could stamp them randomly all over a piece of cardstock and use that as a background. I could stamp them in a regimented row and use them as a background. But then I started thinking about these new turnabout stamps that Concord and Ninth had come out with this year. They have a number of patterns of these, and the big trick with these turnabout stamps is that you stamp them 4 times and rotate your paper underneath it. So that's 1 stamp, that's 2 stamps, that's 3 stamps, that's 4 stamps. And that's rotating the paper that you're stamping on each time, so it's stamping in a different place. These are called turnabout stamps. This is the triangle turnabout stamp set. And I thought it would be exciting to see if I could create my own type of turnabout with the numbers in this set. This is what we came up with. I love this. I spent way too much time fussing and fritzing and pissing around with this. I have lots and lots of failed stampings. It's getting closer. This is getting closer. That's getting better. These are a little on top of each other. I fussed around quite a bit, gave many tries to it. and I finally came out with this. Now, all that is the 10 number stamps placed on my stamp platform in these positions. You stamp it once, then you rotate your card, ink the stamps in a different color, stamp it twice, turned it again, went green, turned it again, and went orange. So this is our final result. I really like this. I think it's terrific and am thrilled that I was able to accomplish this task. All for this next card. This is on the mint card base. Here we go. We've got a happy birthday card, lots of numbers all over the place. This is the stamp that says, "A very happy birthday to you." Now, I stamped that balloon in orange slush. This assignment says stamp hybrid ink. I find the hybrid inks work very well with these stamps. The oxide inks are a hybrid ink. They work well. These Simon Says Stamp hybrid inks work very well. I got a really nice impression on that balloon stamp here. This is the happy birthday banner from the colorable sticker sheet. I colored the banner with my colored pencils. I did color the happy birthday with my Zig Clean Color Real Brush Markers. Boy, that is some tiny, tiny coloring. Now, ultimately, the pattern that I was able to achieve with all of the numbers only is a little bit larger than 4 inches square all the way around. So it wasn't quite big enough to use as the complete background. So I matched that up with the polka dot pattern paper, put both of those pattern papers on black mats, mounted the back directly to the card base. This layer is foam taped up on the polka dot background. The banner and the balloon are both foam taped to the card base. This is a great colorful card. I really like this card. Since the banner has stars in it, and some of those stars are little gold sequin stars, I used the little banner die from the kit and cut some gold stars out of the gold glitter specialty paper and added those around the edges. This is a great, colorful, fun, wild, and wacky birthday card. I really like this card quite a bit. This is definitely a riot of color. A happy birthday. Okay, I think this card really colored me out, and I'm ready to go to a monochromatic card again. So that black matte mirror specialty paper that we had kept calling to me. So I decided to make a card base out of it. And this is what we come up with. Big girls need big diamonds. I found that quote. It's from Elizabeth Taylor. I found that quote online and thought it was perfect to use with one of the big wood veneer die cuts included in the kit. Big girls need big diamonds. Now, I did use my silhouette to print and cut this label using the black cardstock from the kit. Big girls need big diamonds. I used the sketch function of my silhouette to draw that label and the sentiment that is in the typewriter hand font, and I used my Signo Broad white gel pen to draw that with my silhouette. I did cut that out with the silhouette. I also cut a mat out of this mirror black cardstock. You can't really see it very well, but there is a second mat there. I then drew again, traced around that second mat with my Zig two-way glue pen and used the Nouveau gilding flakes to gild that glue line once it had dried. Beautiful. That one really came out nicely on this black mirror matte cardstock. And then the gold veneer diamond. What is that? You say, it looks like it's been covered with the gold glitter paper. No, it's those gold stickles. Again, to the rescue. I haven't used my gold stickles this much in a long time, but it works perfectly. It looks terrific. I was really, really pleased once this dried and I saw how it all came out. I added a little bow from that liquid gold ribbon at the top there. Big girls need big diamonds. That's a quote from Elizabeth Taylor. Inside, we do have to complete that. This is one of the chalkboard cutouts from the chalkboard sheet. That's a happy birthday that has been die cut with the die out of a piece of white glitter cardstock that I happen to have in my stash. Happy birthday, XOXO. A great card that I think most any lady would either get a really big kick out of it, or she would be very pleased to get this card for her birthday. A great monochromatic, white, gold, and black, black being the operative here. So here we are to card number 10. This is on the soft yellow card base. You're going to have to forgive me, or at least indulge me, because yes, I went and made another pull tab card. I'm on a roll, but let me tell you, balloons in this kit lent themselves perfectly to this. So we've got the happy birthday balloons. These again are stamped in the Simon Says Stamp hybrid inks. This is orange slush, watermelon, lemon zest. This is the heart on chalkboard pattern paper from the kit. There's your little pull tab down at the bottom. And what happens when you pull the tab? Happy 4th birthday. And the little balloon goes right back down, parks in its garage, and is gone again. Happy birthday. Happy 4th birthday. This balloon is stamped in the key lime hybrid ink. The 4 is embossed on top of that with some white embossing powder. I did draw a little TH next to it with my gel pen. So it reads, Happy 4th birthday. The balloon rising up out of the crowd of balloons. The pull again is stamped with my interactive labels stamp set from My Favorite Things. I couldn't help it, folks, with these balloons. I figure third time's a charm. I promise I will work on a video that explains how to make these cards as soon as I possibly can. Happy birthday. Happy 4th birthday. This is obviously for my niece who turned 3 this year, so I've already made her card for next year. Some sequins from the kit, add a little glitter. The pattern paper is outlined, of course, with the Love from Lizi peel-offs. Here's another two-way pull tab slider card just for you guys. Happy 4th birthday. I love the rising balloon. It makes me giggle every time. I do have tons of supplies left in this kit. I didn't get to those little wood veneer hearts. I didn't use some of the pink and yellow and mint ribbon, but I did use every single stamp in this stamp set, including all of those numbers. And speaking of those numbers, for those of you who have purchased this kit, and I'm sorry to say that this kit has actually sold out now, but for those of you who have purchased this kit and are watching the video, if you are interested in being able to do something like this with your number stamps, I can send you my little master. If you put this in your stamp platform and lay out the stamps in these positions, pick them up with your lid, you should be able to stamp, turn, stamp, turn, stamp, turn, stamp, turn, and come out with this. Of course, you can use any colors you like. You can use any type of inks you like. I really like the numbers in this kit. I think they have a nice flourish to them and are not tightly regimented. I think they work very well in a pattern like this. So how do you get this lovely master stamp placement for your use with this card kit? If you go to my blog, CardCutups.com, and follow my blog, and send me an email saying, please send me your Turnabout Numbers stamp placement, I will send you a PDF featuring this. Literally, all you have to do is put it in your stamp platform. It says this is your master, that's your corner, you put it in your corner. Lay out your stamps in these positions, pick them up from your stamp platform, and go to town stamping. This is a 5.5-inch square. These have to be square for these turnabouts to work. But once you create the whole pattern, you can cut it down to any size that you like. So if you would like to get this pattern from me, follow my blog, send me a message from the contact page on my blog, and I'll get a PDF of that out to you as soon as I possibly can. I had a great time working with all of the materials in this kit. I tried to avoid the pink, much to Lizzie's consternation, I'm sure. But I think I did a pretty good job of coming up with some masculine, some feminine, some colorful, some stark, and of course, some downright fun birthday cards. So that's my 10 cards from the Love from Lizi February 2018 card kit. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like me, list me, pin me, post me, share me with all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe, and happy crafting. For more detailed information, better pictures, and product links, please visit my blog at www.cardcutups.com.